So good morning all. How are you? Hope you can hear me. Uh, can you all hear me? You can hear me, right, everyone?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So good to have you all here. So we shall start. So before that, just few questions. How many of you are new to Python here? Like, how many of you are new to Python? You can maybe send in chat or you can even raise your hands. I mean, if you're totally new to Python, you can send in chat so that I can just know how much percentage is like uh, accordingly I will adjust. That's what. Okay, Java and C and Python bit new. Okay. Okay, let me create a simple poll. Maybe that will help. 1 second. Okay, just want to know two things. I mean, okay, 1 second. Okay, new. Okay, great. Fine. Okay. Okay, great. Okay. So those who said new, I mean, you're totally new to programming or only Python? Like some said, similar to Java and C, but new to Python. How many of you are totally new to programming itself? I mean, the total concept of programming, any programming. You're totally new to programming. Is there anyone that like? Okay, only Python. Okay, great. Fine. Okay. Anyways, okay, let's start. So as I told you, the objective of this session is to practically take you through the Python learning the most efficient way, or the most, maybe you can say, fun, or even the what to say, interesting way. Okay, to learn the concepts of Python. Now this can be even applied to students when you're teaching your students. Okay, so the same thing can be applied. So I'm not going to talk much about what Python is, why we need to learn Python, or the history of Python. Most probably, you should be know you may be knowing what is Python and all that. So Python is basically a language, a programming language. It is used to give instructions to the computer. Okay, let's keep it that way. The history, geography, or whatever the about Python, you can just search on YouTube. Most probably, you'll be able to see that. Now, this session is all about practical things. So we're going to do things practically and learn the concepts of Python. So we'll be drawing here.
Okay.
Actually, we'll be, yeah. So if you have a laptop beside you, it'll be better. How many of you have laptops and going to try as I'm going to do? Okay, my voice is low. How about now? How about now? Is my voice okay now? Is it fine? Uh,
Okay, sir.
Okay, fine. So it's better to have your laptops beside you, so you can try as I'm trying. Also, it'll give you tasks. So this 3 hours is not like only doing, and you'll be watching, not like that. So each and every concept will be followed by a task. So make sure you do that. Okay, fine. So how many of you are going to try in mobile phones? What I'm going to do? How many of you are going to try in mobile phones? We can do try in mobile also. Is there anyone who's going to do this in mobile phone? Like try this in mobile phone? Okay. Okay. Let me show. Okay. Let me show both the installations needed. Okay. Now, if you're using mobile phone, you have to install this PyDroid 3 app. Okay. Go to PyDroid. this one. So PyDroid 3, see that PyDroid 3. You can use this app, and okay, why is it very slow? 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Someone is using my internet. Let me stop that. 1 second. Okay, why is it very slow? I don't know. Okay, you're able to uh, watch clearly, right? The screens and the voice and all is clear. But for some reason, I don't know, it's very slow. Anyways,
It is clear, sir.
Your voice is clear, sir.
okay, thanks. Okay. Okay. Anyways, I'll proceed. No issues. So PyDroid 3 is the app. Okay, PyDroid 3 is the app you should download in your Android mobile phone. I don't know what the app available for iPhone. You should be having a iPhone app, Python app for trying it. Maybe the same app for iPhone also should be available. But this is available in Android where you can try many things in Python. You can just program here, even do graphical things. So as I told you, we are going to draw and learn, right? So you can even see the drawings coming up in the screen in the phone itself. So if you're having a tab or mobile phone, you can use that. Okay. Also, if you want to, okay, in laptop, you have to go to Python's website, which is python.org. Okay, and then go to download section, and there you'll be seeing the latest version of Python. So whichever version it is showing, you can click and download it. Now let me create a folder in desktop. So whatever programs you're going to do today, make sure you're storing that folder itself. So that way you can easily organize things and make it happen. So create a new folder, and let me name it as Python FDP. Okay, Python FEP actually, FEP. And then inside that folder, I'm going to store the latest version of Python, okay, which is 3.11.1. So you can install that. And by the way, if I'm going fast, if you're not able to follow and if you want me to wait, please say that in the chat box, okay, so that I can wait for you to finish things. Anyways, so now we have downloaded it, open it. Okay, so where is it? Okay, here it is. So open it. Now this is the file. Double click on it, and there you'll be getting the screen coming up. You'll be getting the screen coming up. Okay, are you all getting it? Those are doing in laptop, are you getting it? Yes, you're getting it, right? I hope you're getting it. Okay, great. Okay, fine. So now here we see two options here. Okay, though if you're installed already, good, great. You may also use other IDs, like you may have PyCharm or Anaconda, different versions are there. Maybe you can use different things, no issues. But I'll go with idle because being the basic one, I'll go with the idle itself. Now see here, you're getting two options here. One is install now, which is install with the default settings. That's what it means. Install now means install automatically with the default settings. Now this is like customized installation where you can choose what you want to install, what not to install. I always prefer go with customized installation, because what happens is sometimes even if you install, you see here, it includes idle, pip and documentation. Sometimes what happens is these are not installed properly. I have encountered this problem. Even though it says pip is installed, this pip is needed for installing libraries actually. Even though it is saying it includes that, sometimes it creates problems saying pip is not installed and all that. So I always prefer going to customized installation. Okay, And even before clicking it, make sure you're ticking this part, add Python ext to the path. Now this is very, very important. Only if you tick this, your system will identify Python program. It will be able to run Python programs. So make sure this is ticked, and then click customize installation. And then in the next screen, you'll see a lot of options. All the options can be ticked. Okay, you may need everything. You may need the documentation, you need PIP, you need idle. So all these you may need. So you can tick everything. Maybe this one is not needed for everyone. If you're having multiple users and if you want Python to be installed on all the users, tick it. Otherwise, you can untick it. Okay, and then click next. The next screen, you'll see 3-4 options ticked. The main option, you have to make sure it is tick this, add Python to environment variables. This is very important again. Okay, make sure it is ticked. Okay, let me show you again from the beginning. There are 3 screens. The first screen, click add Python exe to the path, and then click customize installation. In the next screen, you can tick all the options. The third screen, make sure this option is ticked, add Python to environment variables. This is very important. And then click install. I'm going to cancel it because I have it already. Okay, but you click install and it will be installed. I'm clicking cancel because I have 3.10 version. That is enough. Now those are having versions less than 3.7 or 6, please try to install a new one. Is there anyone who's having Python 3.6 or 7? Anyone like that? So if you're having a lesser version like 3.6, 3.7, it's better to have at least 3.9, 3.10. Yeah, 3.10 is fine. Even I have 3.10. 3.10 is fine. If you have Python lesser than that, it's better to upgrade to a new one. Okay. Also, is there anyone who's having Windows here and trying to install Python now? If you're using Windows, you can't use versions above 3.9. Okay, you can see that here itself. You can see that here. It says see, Python 3.9 plus cannot be used on Windows 7 or earlier. So if you're using Windows 7, make sure you're installing a version less than 3.9 or 3.9 itself, not 3.10 or 3.11. You can't do that. Okay, fine. So now we have the Python installed. You have to go to start and search for idle, IDLE. Now this is a software for trying Python programs. Yeah, fine. If you have Windows 10 and Python 3.10, that's fine. Great. Great. Even I have the same. Windows 10 and 3.10. That's great. Okay. Now coming to this one, don't search for Python. Okay. Don't search for Python in the command prompt. That's not going to help you. You're not going to open Python command. This is Python command prompt. When you search for Python, it opens this Python command prompt. You're not going to program here. Okay. Okay, 3.4. Okay, it's okay if you're having already, no issues. If you're having 3.4 already in the system, fine, you can try with that, no issues. Now I'm saying that for those who don't have Python. Okay. Okay. Now in the start, search for idle software. I tell you what is idle. Okay, some of you may be knowing what idle is and even know some of the basics of Python. So I'm assuming that many of the students are new to Python, so I'm going one by one. So you have to bear with.
Sir,
Yeah.
excuse me, 1 second.
Yes, sir.
When installing, it says setup failed.
Setup failed.
Yeah,
Okay, which version of Windows you have, sir?
I have Windows 10.
Okay, and what did you download from here?
I downloaded Python 3.11.
Okay, what is your system 32-bit or 64-bit?
64-bit.
Okay, then it must have been installed. Do you have Python already, or is this a new one?
No, this is the first one.
Okay, so can you just send a screenshot of maybe in the group of what is this showing as a failed thing?
Yeah, sure. Actually, I'm trying it out on my desktop. Can I do it on my laptop?
What is it?
I'm trying it out on my desktop.
Okay.
Does that matter? Desktop to laptop.
You have a laptop also with Python.
I have a laptop with two Python.
Okay, your voice is actually going down. I'm not able to hear properly.
Should I try installing it again on my laptop?
Yeah, okay, fine. You can try installing again and let me know.
Yeah, can you please give me 5 minutes?
No, you can just listen to what I'm just going to say something. You can just listen to what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, sure,
Yeah,
sure.
fine. Okay, now coming to this idle. Okay, we have opened an idle software, right? Now, generally, all computer programs are the general instructions given to the computer, right? So, a language, a computer language, is actually instructions given to the computer, right? So, we need a software which can convert these instructions, which is basically in English. Okay, we have all programming language mostly in English. So this language, sorry, have to be converted into ones and zeros. So computer science is ones and zeros, and the software we use for that is compiler, right? Compiler, or we can call it interpreter. Okay, interpreter. So the software used for converting your program into ones and zeros. So we can keep it that way, keep it simple like that. And we have other name for the same. We call them IDEs. IDE means integrated development environment. Okay, integrated development environment. Now what this means is, now this is a whole software where you can run your Python programs, try it, see the output, debug it, even develop a project. So that is what an IDE is. IDE is a software which helps you to make use of the language to develop something. Okay. Now idle is the default IDE you get when you install Python. Now this is from the Python people itself. Okay, those who develop Python, they itself give this IDE, this one, idle shell. Idle, you see idle here, they themselves give this IDE. So this is from the Python people itself. This is by default, you're getting it already. It's basically integrated development and learning environment. That's what idle means. Integrated the development learning environment. Okay, but apart from this, there are other softwares available for trying out your Python programs. For example, you have something like PyCharm. Okay, we have something called Anaconda package. Anaconda package is used for machine learning and data science. Then you have something called simple Sublime Text is also a good IDE. Or for those who are working with more programming languages, Python, JavaScript, HTML, CSS. If you're working with many programming languages, you go with VS Code. Okay, so all these are different options available for you to use Python and develop a project out of it. In the end, I will show you demos. Actually, I'll show you demos of how to I will use PyCharm. I use PyCharm and show you demos. I'll show you face recognition demos, how to detect faces and all that, and how to use automation in Python. So that I'll show in the end. So for that, I will be using PyCharm. So you can also see that how it works. Okay, fine. Now coming back to the software. So as I told you, this software is for trying out your Python programs. Now this shell screen is not where you're going to type your program. This is like output window. Okay, shell is like the output window where you are going to see the output of any program. If there are any errors, that will be shown here. Also, you can get help from here. For example, I can just type hello, help, and then press enter, and then ask me what you want help for. I can say I want help for print function. I want to know how to use print function. You can type print and then see documentation related to that. See, so this is documentation related to print. It says how to use print function. The print function it has to have a value. You can use a separator option. You can also end with a /n. So all this it says. So the shell can be used for seeing the output. Okay, or you can get help from it, or if you're having any errors or warnings, even that will be shown here. Okay, we'll see that now. We'll see how to get all that. To write your own program, to start a new program, go to file and click new file. See, so this is where you're going to write your own program now. So basically you need to have two screens now. Okay, there has to be two screens. One screen is this one, okay, where you're going to write your program, and the other screen is on the left side, the shell screen. This is where you're going to see the output. So what I want you to do, if possible, drag this to the left side and this one to the right side. See, so I have just split my screen into two now. Okay, I have dragged the shell screen to the left side, and the new screen which I open now from file on the right side, so that I can write the program here and then see the output on the left side. So that will be like easy for me, right? Exit. Let me exit from help menu. No, you can press Control C and then come out. Okay, when you press Control C in idle shell, there will be keyboard interrupt going. That means whatever is running now, it'll get over. Even if a program is running, if you press Control C from Python shell, okay, when you click on Python shell and press Control C, the program will stop. Okay, that is one way to stop your program. Fine. Now let's start with the very basic. Let's start the very basic thing. Okay, the basic thing, if you go to any programming language, okay, is a print command. Okay, you say hello world, hello world program, right? So in hello world program, what do they do? Basically, they generally prints the word hello world. Okay, now printing is very important command. Let me show you how to do that in Python. All you have to do is you can say print, and then in the brackets, whatever you say, for example, hello teachers. So that will be printed on the output screen. Simple, so simple. It's not like even in Java, C, you need to add extra lines, okay, void main or something. You have to do all that in C program or even Java. But Python is, as I told you, it's very simple. The simplest language of all the what to say, I will say, in all the popular languages. So you just give print and say hello world. It will print that. Let's do that. Let's run it and see. Before that, save it. Now saving is mandatory in idle. Okay, in idle software, saving is mandatory. Even if you make a simple change, you have to save it. Okay, but in other IDs like PyCharm and all that, even without saving, you can run your program automatically. It gets saved basically in other. Anyways, so let's go to desktop, and here, what is the name of the thing we created? Python FDP, right? Python, okay, Python EFTP. Okay. So in that folder, let me save it as first. This is my first program, so I'm saving it as first. Okay. Now, while naming your programs, please don't name your programs as print or if or while, or don't use any library names. Don't use all that. Okay. We'll name your programs, use some unique names, something which is not a keyword or a command or even a library name. Don't do that. Okay. Better to add, better to use something like my first program or my printing program or print program, something like that. So don't use the commands or keywords or even library names. I generally go with first and second and all that. When I take a long-term course, I usually use the word day 1, day 2, day 3. But this is just 1 day course, right? Just 3 hours. So I'm using the words first, second, and third so that we can know which program it is. So this is first program. So let me save it as first. Okay, here it is. And then if I run it, see, you can see run option on top, this one. And then if you click run module, there you are. You're able to see the output. Are you all getting it? Are you able to see this? I mean, get it? Okay. Okay, great. Okay, great. Thanks. Okay. Fine. Now we have seen how an output comes, right? How an output comes. Let's see how an error comes. Okay. Let's say I make an error here. Instead of print, I remove T here. So it becomes print, PRIN. So let me run this and see. I saved it. Let me run this and see. Okay, so here is an error. What is the error? In which line it is? It is in line 1. Okay, and it's in this part. Okay, and the error is, it says name prin is not defined. So basically it doesn't understand what prin is. It don't know what a prin is. And it is also giving us a suggestion. Did you mean print? Yes, I mean that. And so we can just change it. And then there it is. Now we can run it and it will get rectified. So this is how an error comes. Sometimes the errors may come up as a pop-up window. For example, if I close this, for example, I remove the bracket here, and if I run this, see here, it says the bracket was never closed. So this is another way where you may see an error. Okay, sometimes it comes up in the cell window, or sometimes as a pop-up window. So now if I close this, I'll be able to, yes, I'll be able to get output. Fine. Is that clear, right? Clear. Okay. Now next, okay, we'll start drawing in some time. As I told you, we'll be drawing and learning. Now before that, let me cover a very basic thing we need to know in any programming. Let's say I do like this. Let's say I do 25 plus 6. What will be the output now? What will be the output now? You know, right? See, it calculates whatever it is inside and then gives output. So basically, you're getting the will be getting the output as 11. Sorry, 31. So what happens here is it doesn't print it as it is. If I put like this, it will print it as it is. If I don't give like that, if I don't use double quotes, it will calculate that and then print it. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Okay. First do some calculation and then we'll go to data types basically. See here, if I do this, there are 7 basic operations, right? Plus, minus, multiplication, division, then floor division, modulus, and then power. Okay. Okay. Fine. Fine. So if you're not talking, it's better to be in mute state because sometimes it creates noises. So thanks for muting yourself. Fine. So this is very basic operation. These are called arithmetic operations. If I run them, I can see the output. Okay. So this is plus, minus, multiplication, division. What is double slash? What is double slash? Yeah, we call it floor division. Okay, we call floor division. For example, let's say I divide, right? Let's say I divide 25 by 6. Okay, this I do, right? I say 6 fours are 24, isn't it? And I have remainder 1. So this is what I get. And this we call it as quotient. And this one is remainder. Exactly. Yeah. And see, when I say 25 by 6, it divides it completely. And that's why we get output as 4.1666 something. Do you see that? Let me show you. Okay, if you see the output, if I divide 25 by 6 completely, if I put single slash, it divides completely. So it gets 4.16666. And when I say 25 double slash x, it only gives a quotient value, that is 4. And when I say 25 percentage 6, it gives only my remainder, that is 1. Okay, so remainder, okay, is a percentage, and double slash means it says it gives only the quotient. See, you understand that part? Yeah, exactly. So there are three things here. You see, there are floor division, this floor division, this is percentage. Percentage means modulus. Okay, maybe, okay. By the way, before that, there's a very important talent of any programmer. Okay, a programmer always use commenting for taking notes. A good programmer. Now, commenting means disabling a line. For example, I have these 5 lines, and if I run it, I'm getting these outputs coming up. Let's say I don't want this line to run. I want only these lines to run. I don't want to delete this, but I don't want to run it. So you can put hash in front of it. See, if I put hash in front of it, that line is disabled. Now, if I run this, see, I'm not getting the output for 25 plus 6. I'm getting minus 6 and all these things. Now, this we call as commenting. We call this habit, or this process as commenting. You're making a line as comment instead of a code. Okay, we generally use commenting for taking notes inside a program. For example, some may be new to this double slash. If you want to remember what double slash means, you can put hash here and then remember it, like you can say floor division, and you can say floor division gives quotient. quotient value. Also, some may be new to percentage symbol, and you can say it is it's called modulus, and modulus gives the remainder of anything. And this double star means what? What's double star? Double star means power of something. What's power, right? Power means 25 into 25 into 25 into 25 into 25 and 25. So that's what you get here. See, 25 power 6 is what you get. Okay, are you clear with this concept? This one? You're clear with floor division and percentage, right? Floor division, percentage, so percentage modulus, and this is only to those who are new to programming. Okay. Anyways, now the other important thing here. Now listen. Okay. Other important thing. Let's say I copy this. Okay. See here. I have like 27 fours, 28 lines here. So I have 28 lines. Now 25 and 6, both these are data basically. Both these are anything is data in program. Whatever you handle is all about data. Okay. So 25 is the data, 6 is the data. Now I want to change this data, okay, from 25 to 10. How can I do that? I want to change the data value of 25 to 10. How can I do that? Can you go and change everywhere like this? Can you go keep changing everywhere? Is it actually practically possible? Let's say I have 100 lines of code, and let's say this 25 appears in 100 lines of code. Can I go and change it everywhere in the program? It's not practically possible. You can do that, but still it will take so much of time, isn't it? So data is always prone to changing. Data may change. It's not always constant. Data may change always. So to make this easy, okay, there's a concept called variables. Yeah, exactly. Variables. And what we do in this here is, first of all, we store the data like this. For example, I can use a character or a word and store like this. A equals to 25. And wherever I see 25, I just have to put A. See? Now let me delete all this and then copy this and paste it. See, I have A in 21 places, and wherever I have A, it will be replaced by 25 now. Now the best part is, if you want to change or vary the value of A, I can do it like this. I can just change it here, change it everywhere. See, if I run this, I'll get the output for A is equal to 10. So A plus 6, A minus 6, A multiplied by 6. Or let's say I want to vary somewhere else. Okay, A equals to, let's say 20. I put A 20 here. Let's say I say A equals to 30 here. So this will be for A equal to 10. This will be A equal to 20. This will be for A equal to 30. So you are able to vary data wherever you want to. That's why it's called as variables. Okay, we call variables. It helps you to vary data. First of all, store data and then vary it. You can use either a character like this, or you can also use a word like this. Let's say I put num equal to 6. So I'll just copy this. Sorry. And then where I have 6, I'll put num. Okay, see. And I'll just copy this and put it everywhere. Yes. I can just change the value of A and B here, A and B here. So A equals to 10, and then num equals to, let's say, 25. Now the data will be changed. So that is what a variable is. Okay. So I hope you understand what a variable is now. You can see here. So it's like 25 to the power 10. So that's why you get, no, it's like 10 to the power 25. Okay. Fine. So this is some variables. Now when I say variables, when I say data, data can be of 3 types. Okay, mainly. For example, see here, A is a type, and this is this is also data, and let's say C equals to hello. Okay, this is very important. When I say data can have 3 types. Either it can be like this, This can be like this, this can be like this. Apart from this, there are also other types also, but these are main. When you have a number, but it doesn't have a decimal point, you call it as integer. And in short, you say int. Okay, when you have a number, it doesn't have a dot decimal point, you call it an integer. If you have a number but don't have a decimal point, you call it as float. And when you store a word or a character, even if it is a single word like this, I mean, or even if it's a single character like this, both of them are called string. Okay, string is the word we use in programming for words and characters in Python especially, and we, in short, we call it as str. Okay, fine. So this is very important. Make sure you know this out. Okay, you just note it down. We'll be using this later. Okay, we'll be using this later. Now coming back, now let's start drawing now. So we'll go to each and every concept now, as I told you, by drawing. And to enter into a concept, we'll ask a simple question basically. Generally, in programming, a new concept arrives based on only one question, and the question is how to simplify things. How can I make this program simpler? How can I make this program short? So this is the one question you'll be using in all programming languages to go to next concept, and we're going to learn that way only. So I'll be raising a question, and the answer to the question will be a new concept. Okay, so we'll draw. So while drawing, we'll see how to make the code simpler, and that's why we enter into a new concept. Okay, so let's do that. Let me create a new file. Okay, let me save it as second program. Okay, so this is my second program. Let me close this. Fine. See here. What are libraries, by the way? What are libraries, by the way? Generally in programming or even in general common world, what is a library?
Hello.
Predefined functions which is stored is already defined.
Exactly. So a library in a programming language, okay, it's actually predefined set of functions. Okay, predefined functions. Keep it that way. As far as Python is concerned, a library is another Python file. That's it. It's another Python file. Okay. Now what it has is it has code inside it, right? There's another Python file which has many codes inside it. It has a lot of codes inside it. Now we can make use of those code by calling the names of the part of the code. Let me show you how. For example, I'm going to use a library called turtle. This is going to be used for drawing actually. Okay, this library is going to be used for drawing. Now where is this library? If I go to your Python installation, let's say I go to C and then program files, no, not program files, Python 3 here. Then in a live folder, you'll see a lot of Python files. You see a lot of Python files here. All these are different Python files. Now all these are libraries actually, which means another Python files. If we go down, you will see turtle. For example, yes, here it is. You see that? Turtle is here, turtle.py. Let me open it. Let me open it and show you. And open. Yes. And go down. Turtle is where is it? Okay, here. Okay, see this? So this is a very big Python file. It has so much of code inside it for doing different things in drawing. Okay, for drawing a square, drawing a circle, drawing a line, coloring. So all the code is inside. But we don't have to use all this code. We just have to use the name given for the code. For example, let's see if I can find a okay, there's something called write function. Okay, there's a function called write. Now it is usually used for turning your pen right to draw something, and the code inside it, okay, may be big, okay, and it's a different code. Basically we won't even understand what this is, but all I have to do is just have to say write and will turn right. Okay, and some code may be very big, Some code may be very big. See, for example, okay. And forward methods, we will use forward and all. It is very big. We don't have to call. You don't have to write this program again. You just have to call the word forward methods and make use of it. So basically, a library is another Python file which has a lot of codes inside it, but we are going to make use of the code in our program by importing it. Okay, you see this import. What is the meaning of importing something? Importing something means you add in your program, right? You add in your program. Importing means you add in your program. It's similar to hash include in you see, remember hash include in C program? Same as that. Use hash include stdio.h. You remember in C program the same thing. It's the same thing as in Python. Instead of hash include, we use import here. Now, what this line means is it means I'm importing turtle file, which is this in my program, and I may be using something from that. And let's say, as I told you, we are going to draw, right? To draw, what do we need? We need a pen and a paper generally, or a pencil and maybe slate or board. Now, in terms of turtle, you need a screen first of all. Okay, see, and then you need a turtle object. This turtle object is what we're going to draw actually. Turtle is actually going to draw for us. You know it's turtle, right? Turtle is actually the tortoise, the name. So it's basically an arrow. It will be an arrow. So this is going to draw for us. Okay. Now, if I run this, I should see a screen and a drawing object. But let's see what happens. Let's see what happens when I run this. Okay. Now, this command is for creating a screen and the total object. But what I'm getting here is it says screen is not defined. The reason is, okay, this is very important. Okay, the reason is I know there's a screen command in turtle. I know the screen command in turtle, and it'll create a screen for me. I know that, but I haven't said it clearly that screen is in turtle file. Okay, the screen is inside turtle file, right? And to say that, you have to say turtle dot. When I say turtle dot, it means saying the screen command is inside turtle. Okay, screen command is inside turtle. Similarly, this turtle is also inside this turtle. So I have to say turtle dot turtle. Okay, if I run this now, my Python program will understand screen is inside turtle and this turtle is inside this turtle. It'll understand that and then it'll create that. See, I'm getting a screen now and an arrow object. Are you all getting it? Please let me know those are doing. Try this and let me know if you're getting a screen and a drawing object. Are you getting it? Okay. Okay, great. Fine. So now we are ready for drawing. Okay, we have screen now and we have an arrow now to draw actually. Now before that, you should give a name for the screen and the drawing object. Only then you can make use of it properly. You can call them and say go that way, come this way, and all that. So let me give a name like this. I can say paper equals to like this, and then pen equals to like this. You can give any name. You can even give pencil and slate or notebook. I just give pen and paper. For drawing object, the turtle object, I'm giving the pen name pen. For the screen, I'm giving paper. But it's up to you. You can give even pencil or board or something. It's up to you. Okay. So I should give I'm getting a screen now. Okay, and the drawing object. I hope you are all getting it. Okay, you are getting object. Now I can say the pen to go forward like this. I can say go forward and give number of steps I want to. I can say how much distance I want to move. Let's say I give 100. If I give 100, the pen will move forward 100 steps. Okay, see, the pen will move forward 100 steps. And I can also say, for example, turn right. I can say, sorry, pen dot right. I can say, pen dot right. I can give the angle. For example, I want to turn 90 degrees. I'll give 90 and then close it. And then it will get closed. Now, if I run this, see, the pen came forward 100 steps. give 100 steps, and then turn 90. And if I give forward again, basically I'll get inverted L shape. See? So what I did here, I move forward, turn 90 degrees, again move forward. So that's why I got this. How will you draw a square now? How can I draw a square now? What should I do to get a square here?
10 dot square 100.
No, using the same command you can do. See, what can I do here? What should I do now to get a square?
If I repeat it 4 times, I can
Sir?
repeat it 4 times.
Exactly.
90 degree
So,
and then
yeah.
forward.
Exactly. So I will just repeat it. So forward, right, forward, right, forward, right, forward. So that
Okay.
is giving me a square. Forward, right, forward, right, forward, right, forward.
Finally
You got
get
it,
the
right? Yes. You're getting it? Is everyone getting it correctly? Those are doing?
Yes, yes.
Okay, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So make sure this, for sometimes you may encounter error saying screen is not defined. Make sure this S is capitals. Okay, this S is capitals, this T is also capitals. So whatever comes after dot, whenever you're creating an object like this, is capitals generally. Not here, not here. This is small only. But here, make sure S is capitals and T is capitals. I'm not going to get into the concept like what is oops concepts and all that. So let's keep it like a command.
Sir, excuse me, I have one more doubt.
Yes, sir.
Wrote the program using Notepad and save it phylum.py.
Okay, sir.
Run the program, run it, but output immediately close the output. How to use the command? I show the output.
Okay. If you're not using IDE, if you're using if you're using something else, even if you're using PyCharm or something, your screen may come up and close. It won't stay. So for the screen to stay as it is, you have to give another command called paper.main loop. Now what this command means is it means put the paper in loop continuously. And
Okay.
what is paper? What is paper? Paper is the screen, right? Yeah, it is a screen we created. So this command is needed in other softwares. In idle, it's not needed. Idle program doesn't close the screen automatically. Only if you close it, close. But other softwares like PyCharm or even in if you're running command prompt, you have to add this. Okay, you add this in the end, and then if you run it, you'll be able to see the screen.
So where it's
Okay.
use this command before write a program or after write a program?
It should be the end. It should be at the end of all the code. Whatever
Okay.
you're writing, it should be before. It should be before that only.
Okay.
There should be no code after this. No, there shouldn't be any code after this.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. So now we are able to draw a square. How will you draw octagon now? How can you draw octagon now? What should I do? What octagon has how many sides?
8 times forward.
Okay, 8 sides. Yeah, 8 sides forward we have to give. Okay, so let's say I copy this.
Angle, we are supposed to change the angle.
Yes, exactly. So I have given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I have given 8 sides forward. 8 times forward. What is the angle for octagon?
45, I suppose.
Yeah, so how will I know the angle for which figure? For example, how will you find the angle for triangle or hexagon or pentagon? How can I know it? Any max teachers here? So what is the general formula we use for that? We say 360 by number of sides. Okay, that's what we get angle. For example, 360 by 4 is 90. That's why you use it for square, right? The square we use 90 because 360 by 4 is 90. For triangle, we use 360 by 3, which is 120. And for octagon, as I told you, 360 by 8 is 45, right? So we have to use 45 degrees for drawing an octagon. Okay, let me draw that. So let me change it to 45. Oh, sorry. Okay, now if I run this, I should be able to see an octagon coming up. Okay, what happened? Okay, sorry. Okay, run this. Yes. So I'm getting an octagon now. Are you all getting it? Are you getting it? So those are doing. Let me know if you are getting it. Yes. Okay. Okay. Great. Now coming to the concept. Coming to a new concept. Okay. Now let's come to a new concept. Now, as I told you, we should always ask one question to go to next concept. The question is how to make it simpler. How can I make this code shorter or simpler? That's the question. Now, how can I make this code shorter? I can see these two lines are continuously repeating 8 times. So what can I do
Loop.
here?
I can loop.
Exactly. So when you're seeing a set of code repeating so many times, what you can do is instead of repeating it 8 times, you can say do it 8 times. Okay. Instead of copying and pasting it 8 times like this, what I can do is I can delete them. I can use something called a looping concept. Okay. Looping. When I say looping, it means repeating. So instead of repeating it 8 times, I'll say do this 8 times. Okay, this will make your code simpler. And how to do that? There are two ways to do that. One is for loop, other one is while loop. Okay, other one is while loop. And let's see how to use for loop. Okay, you can use for loop like this. First, start with the for keyword. So this is the keyword. You should start with this. Then create a variable. Okay, let's say I want to create a variable. I want to create a variable called, let's say, times. Okay, some people may use only I. That's what generally most people do, or a or whatever. I'm going to create a variable called times because number of times you repeat, right? So let me create a variable, and I want to say make these times run 8 times. Okay, just listen to me carefully. So what I should say, make these times run 8 times. And how will I say that? I'll give the command in range in the bracket number of times, which is 8. And what this means, see, what this line means is I'm saying I'm starting with a for, I'm creating a variable called times, and this times I want to run 8 times. Okay, and when it runs, its value will be going from 0 to 7. Okay, a very important rule in programming is counting always starts from 0. Okay, this is a very important rule. Counting always starts from 0, not from 1. In real world, we start from 1, right? If I ask you how many fingers you have, you say 1, 2, 3, 4, I have 10 fingers. But in as programming, if I say how many fingers you have, you should say starting from 0, I have 9 fingers. So counting starts from 0 in programming. So that's why if I say times have to run 8 times, its value will start from 0 and go until 7. If I say times have to run 100 times, its value will start from 0 and go until 99. Okay, let me put it 7 itself. See, let me repeat again. I created a for keyword followed by a variable called times, and this times variable is going to run from 0 to 7, which is 8 times. Now, okay, let me print something. Inside it. See here, I'm commenting this. I commented this. So leave this part. Let's see what happens now. So if we run this, we'll see hello printing 8 times. See here, hello printed 8 times. We put 100 here, hello will print 100 times. See, hello printed 100 times. So how many times you want to do something, put that here. Also, what you want to do, that you have to put it like this. You have to, okay, what is this called? You can see some space here, right? What is it called? Yeah, it's called indentation. Exactly, it's called indentation. Indentation means in programming, it's basically spacing. Not only in programming, Even if you write English essays, you see, you indent and write, right? You write an essay, you end a paragraph. When you start a new paragraph, you indent and then start. So basically, spacing means, giving a space means indentation. And in Python programming, spacing means one line is inside another line. That's what it means basically. Indentation means one line is inside another line. Now, if this line is indented, it means this line is inside the line above it. Okay, and what is it above it? It is the for loop. So for loop runs 100 times. So this also will run 100 times. And if you want to do this 8 times, what should you do now? I have to do this 8 times, right? To draw octagon. What should you do now? What can I do? I just have to copy this and paste it here. That's it. So if I run this and sorry. Okay. See what happened now? Let's see what happens now. I'll just make it 8. I don't need hello now. Let's make it 8. And if I run this, see, it is drawing me an octagon. Now before this, we were using 16 lines to draw octagon. Okay, we use 16 lines to draw octagon. Now we use only 3 lines, isn't it? So this is what looping does. What looping does is, looping helps us to make your code shorter. Okay, so instead of repeating these 2 lines 8 times, copying and pasting it, I'm just saying here, do this 8 times. You understand this? What looping is and how it is used? Are you able to get a octagon, everyone? Yes. Okay, those are doing. Yeah. I'll wait for maybe one minute. Can you just try this? Yeah. Okay, great. Okay, great. Fine. Now, how can you draw? How will you draw hexagon now? What should you change here? You can't use braces here. Braces can't be used in Python. Braces has no effect in Python. Indentation is what you have to use. Okay. Now, how can you draw hexagon? What should you change here to draw a hexagon? Okay, 360 by hexagon is 6, right? So 360 by 6 is 60 degree. Okay. And what else should I change? How will I change the number of sides? It is 8 sides, right? And what should I change for 8 sides? I should change the range value, isn't it? Range value to 6, and then angle should be changed to 60. Why 60? 360 by 6 is 60 degrees. So if I run this now, I will get hexagon, right? Okay, what is it for square? I mean for circle. How can I draw a circle now? How can I draw a circle? Okay, a circle has theoretically it has infinite number of sides. It doesn't have any fixed sides. Generally we say it has infinite number of sides, but you can that means you can draw a circle 1,000 sides or even 10,000 sides or even 1 lakh sides. But generally, as Dr. Kalpana is saying, we generally use 360 sides minimum so that it looks like a circle. Okay, 360 sides is like minimum value so that it looks like a perfect circle. And when the sides are 360, what is the angle? When the sides are 360, no. If I put 0 angle, doesn't make any sense. It should be 1 because 360 by 360 is 1, isn't it? So it should be, angle should be 1. So 360 by 360 is 1. And if I run this, I should see a circle, but it will be very big. Why is it very big? Because for every degree, it is turning 90 degrees, 1 degree, 100 steps. For every 1 degree, it is moving 100 steps, so it's very big. So we can change this forward value to 1 here, which means you move forward 1 step, turn right 1 step, move forward 1 step, turn right 1 step, move forward, turn right, move forward, turn right. You do 360 times, you'll be getting a circle. See? Are you getting it? Let me know. Okay, so this is how you draw a circle, right? Okay. Okay, you got it, isn't it? Okay. Fine. I'll give you a simple task now. Okay. I'll give you a simple task. I'll explain a concept. I want you to use the task. I want you to use the concept for the task here. See, one way to use a variable is like this, right? For example, let me save it as this is third file. So third file. Let me just third file. Okay. Okay, fine.
So I
Generally,
have one more doubt.
yes, sir.
So please show me the previous program.
Yes, sir.
Indentation space with spacing. One line is inside another. What is that? So after that,
Another line. Another line.
another. So I have write a program and run that file.
Okay.
For using for loop, time in range 5. Pen
Okay.
dot forward 60. Pen dot right 10.
Okay.
After end of the programs, has indentations spacing. I give that only. I use that one, but I
Okay.
have
You don't
error.
have, you see, don't. This is only for commenting. Are you writing this also?
Yeah.
You can
This-
comment it, sir. Did you put comment in hash in front of it?
Okay, so I have one error occurred, sir.
Okay. What is the error, sir? Yeah.
What is that error means? I think wait. Indentation error expected on indented block after for statement.
Okay. Okay. So is this properly indented? How will? Okay. Let me tell you how to indent things. See, if it is like this, don't use space bar to indent like this. Don't use space bar. What you have to do is you have to press a tab button. You see tab button in the caps above caps lock. You see tab button above caps lock.
One minute.
So
1 minute.
yeah, you see a tab button left side of Q.
Okay.
Yeah, you press tab button, it will move. It will move once. That is
Okay.
what is.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
I will check. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Fine. Now coming to this thing. So generally we store data like this, right? Let's say I give name equals to Elias, and then print your name is name. Now, okay, now you can use comma in the print command to print two things. Okay, it will print this also the name. What will be in name now? What will the value of name now? It will be Elias, right? So if I run this, yeah, if I run this, it'll print your name is Elias. So one way to use the data is give it in the program itself. The other way to use the data is to get from the user. How? Instead of giving the data here, I can say input. See, instead of giving the data here, I use input. If I use input here, the program will wait for you to give the data. See, like this. See, your program is waiting. It's not ending. Only when you get these 3 arrows, it means your program got over. Now, your program is not getting over. It is waiting for you to do something. It is actually waiting for us to give some input. So I can give input here. For example, I say RAM. If I say RAM, that RAM will be stored in name. Okay, if I give RAM here, this RAM will be stored in name, and then it will be printed. Let's see. See, it says your name is RAM. So this is one way. This is another way to get the data. Okay, one way is to give the data in the program itself. The other way is to get data from the user straight away like this. So I can also give a question inside this input function. I can ask, what is your name? And now it will ask the question and wait for me. See, if I run this, see, it is asking the question, what is the name? It is waiting for me to give some input now. I can give, say I give Dinesh, and that Dinesh will be stored in name, and it will be printed. See, run this, it says this Dinesh will be stored in name, and then that is printed here. Your name is Dinesh. You understand this, right? You understand this, how to make use of input function? Okay, now using this, I want you to do a task. Okay, the task
So I have
is,
one more doubt.
yes sir.
Excuse me, sir. I'm audible.
Yes, sir. Yeah, yes sir, yes sir, go on. Hello, yes, you can go on, sir.
So I'm audible.
Yes, yes, you can go on, I can hear you.
Sir, now you are using the IDE, I think Python IDE tools you
Yes,
are
sir.
using now.
Yeah,
How to get the IDE from where, sir?
you can go to start and search for idle, IDLE.
Oh,
See, you go to start,
okay.
search for idle, you'll see this idle coming up, this one.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
Yes sir. Okay. Okay, now coming to the task. The task is, now you know how to draw different figures, right? Now what I want you to draw, what you want to do, I want you to write a program for doing this. That means, I mean, when you run your program should ask you a question. How many sides you want to draw? It should ask you how many sides you want to draw. Okay. Then I'll give some, I'll give some number. Let's say I give 5. If I give 5, it should draw a pentagon. If I give 6 and then press enter, it should draw a hexagon. If I give 8 and press enter, it should draw an octagon. So here you're seeing the program itself what you want to draw. For example, if I give 490, I'm seeing the program what I want to draw straight away, right? Sorry. If I run this, here in the program itself, you're saying you want to draw a square. But instead of giving in the program itself, I want you to, I mean, the program should ask you what do you want to draw like this, okay, or how many sides you want to draw. I'll give some number, and whatever number I give, it should draw that side, that many figures, that many sides. You get the question? You understand the task? Yes. Can you do that? I'll give you like, yeah, I'll give you like 2-3 minutes, please. So you, for that, use this concept, use this input concept. You can use the input concept and do that. Not if condition. You don't need if condition. I just said that you can just use the input concept alone. That is enough.
Sir, one more doubt.
Yes, sir.
I'm using Python 3.11 version.
Okay.
Using the IDE, but in my IDE, don't command run. Only debug command. Your screen, I saw in your screen file, edit, format, and run options there. But in my screen, only file, edit, format, and debug. Not
Okay.
run options there.
When you click debug, what you are seeing inside, sir?
1 second.
Yeah.
Yeah. In debug option, go to file or line, debugger, and auto open stock viewer.
Auto open
stock viewer is automatically tick mark is there. And one more option is there, stock viewer. Stock viewer option is disabled.
Okay. Are you seeing a screens like this only?
Yeah.
Is the screen?
About
Okay. Is anyone using 3.11?
Yeah, Python 11. 3.11.
Okay. Okay. Others, those are using 3.11. Is it like that? Can you please tell me others? How many of you using 3.11 now? Are you getting what? Are you getting run option here or you're getting something else? Please, can you tell me? Those are using 3.11.
In the screen, only file, edit, cell, debug, option, window, and help. Only these options are there in 3.11. How to run that program?
No, did you create a new file, sir? Did you create a new file first?
We didn't create the new file. He's
A new
checking
file is there.
Yeah. You have to create a new file. After creating new file, you will see is run. There only you have to write a program.
Okay, fine, sir. Thank you. It will come.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay, so Kalpana ma'am has finished the task. Others, how many of you are still doing? If you want, do you want me to wait for you to finish the task? Yeah, you can share in chat, but send it to me as a private in private chat, ma'am. You can share in private chat. You can select me and then send. Okay. Is correct, ma'am. Great. Okay, how many of you still doing? If you're doing, you can send a wait message. I'll wait. Otherwise, I will proceed. Okay. Let me do it. Okay. First of all, as I told you, your program should ask you how many sides you want to draw on, right? Let's say that I'm going to create a variable called sides and the input function, and then it will give me. I should ask you how many sides you want to draw. Okay. Now it will ask me this question, and whatever I give, it will store in sides, right? See, let's do that alone. Let me comment this. Okay, see what happens. Okay, run this program. Okay, Prabhu Shankar is finished. Okay, see, it is now asking me the question: how many sides you want to draw? And if I give 4, it prints 4. Why is it printing 4? Because I am printing the sides. Again, if I run it, see how many sides you want. If I give 8, okay, see, I'm getting 8. I can get the screen in the input, yeah, but you have to use some other library for that as a pop-up window. Okay, now listen. Now I got the sides. Where should these sides come now? Where should I put the sides value? If I give 4, 8 something, where should I put the sides value? Where should I put the sides value? In range function, right? Inside this only. Yeah, because whatever number of sides I give, it has to come here. If I give 8 here, 8 should replace here, right? And also if we put 5 here, and also it should be 5 here. And based on the sides, what should change? One more thing should change based on the sides. What should change? Yeah, angle has to change, right? If it is 8 sides, the angle has to be 45. If it is 4 sides, angle has to be 90. How can I do that? How can I change the angle based on number of sides? I gave you a formula already. What's the formula? It means, so I should put sides here, and also I should give, yeah, 360 by sides. What will happen now? If I give input as 8, range value will become 8, and it will be 360 by 8. So automatically the angle will change to 45. If I give 4, the range value will be 4, and 360 by 4 will be 90 degrees. Shall I run this and show you? Let's see what happens now. Let's see what happens. If we run this, you should actually draw, but let's see what happens. If we run this, okay, it is asking me number of sides you want to draw. I give 4. It should draw me a square, isn't it? Let's see what happens now. There's an error. What's the error? I gave 4 actually. It should draw me a square, but it's giving me an error. What's the error it's saying? It says in this line, string object cannot be interpreted as an integer. Now, what is the meaning of that? It means you're giving string in the place of integer. Did we give string? Did we give string? We gave 4, right? 4 is what? 4 is integer or what? Yes, 4 is what? Is 4 an integer or a string? Okay, those are new to programming, especially, or new to Python. 4 is?
Sir, I have one more doubt.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go on.
In the IDE tools, using run command,
Yes, sir.
is two options there: run model and
Run
run
module,
customized.
run module.
Run
Run
model,
module.
run customized.
Yeah, you click run module, sir. Run
Okay.
module is the right one.
Okay, what is the difference between run model and run customized?
Run customize is for when you sometimes when you want to run your program, while running itself, you'll give some inputs.
Okay.
That is like advanced step. So we're not going to use that now. We'll use only run module for now.
Okay, okay. When the situations I will use the run customized.
Sometimes that's what, sir. Whenever sometimes what will happen, for example, let's say I'm having some data files where I want to take the data and do some manipulation with that. In that case, you may want to give the location of the data. So when you run it, you will give the location of data before running it. So that's where you use run customize.
Okay, thank you.
It's like giving extra arguments while before running the program. It's like advanced step, but that's not covered now. Okay, we'll
Okay,
go
thank you,
step by
sir.
step. Yeah, yes, sir. Okay, now coming to this point, it says string object cannot be interpreted as an integer. It means I gave 4 as as the input, but says 4 is not the integer. It says it's string. The reason being, listen to this carefully. What I'm typing here is 4, but it doesn't go like this. It goes like this. Okay. Now this 4 is different from this 4. This 4 means integer 4. This 4 is actually string 4. That's the difference. Okay. Yeah. So what we can do here is, for example, I can see it. See what happens. I can print the type of sites. Okay. Data type. Okay. I'm printing type of sites. Let's see what happens. Let me comment this part. See what happens. See, I give 4 or 5 and press enter. It says 5 belongs to string, but I don't want string there. I want integer. I want, which it means it says 5 is like this. I don't want this 5. I want this 5. How can I convert this 5 to this 5 now? I have to convert this 5, which is string 5, into integer 5. How can I convert it? How can I convert it? For that, you use a concept called typecasting. Typecasting. We say it's called typecasting. What is the meaning of casting? What is the meaning of casting?
Widening.
Yeah, casting means generally, now you see movies, at the end of the movie, they'll say cast. Or in any movie, you'll see something like cast, right? Cast means who acted as what. They'll put actor name and his role. So it's like, Vesham Bodhada. You say it's like you acted like someone. You change your character. You change your thing. When you say typecasting, it means you're changing the type. Okay. Changing type is what typecasting means. Changing type. That's what typecasting is. I'm changing data type. I won't change the data type. How can I change it? All I can say, size equals to int of size. What will happen now? What will happen now? What I give, if I give 5 like this, okay, if I give 5 like this 5 after this line will be changed to this 5. You understand? You understand what typecasting is? Typecasting means changing type. So this line, I'm putting integer inside, I'm putting size inside integer, right? So what it will do? It will convert this size, which is string, into integer. Now if I run this, there won't be any error now. Now if I run this, see what happens. If I run this, it will have integer inside it, so not a problem. See, I give 4. See, it draws me a square. If I put let's say 8, it will draw me a octagon. See, you understand? So now we gave the input from the user and draw something. Is the program clear for you? You understand the program very well? Is the program clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, okay. I'll give you 2 minutes. Just try it. Yeah, I'll repeat one time. Let me repeat one time. You see here, what I'm doing here, first of all, I'm getting input from the user. Okay. Yeah, we can, yes, we can use input function before that also. Instead of putting integer here, we can put int here also. So that'll make things simpler. So for understanding purpose, I put it here. Anyways, even this is fine. We are putting integer here also. It will get the input and then convert it into integer, or you can separately convert it. It's up to your preference. Okay, let me repeat again. So what I'm doing here is I'm getting the input from the user. After getting the input from the user, I'm converting into integer because all input functions will return a string only. It will give output as a string. It won't give output as an integer. So after this, I'm converting in integer and then using in range. In range, I put the sides. So automatically, whatever sides I give, it will be replaced here. Also, whatever sides you gave, it will be used for calculating the angle. If you give 8 sides, 360 by 8 will be 45. Automatically, angle will be calculated. Okay. Got it? Now, how can I run it without stopping? See here, if I run this program, it is asking me only once. If I put 5, it will draw a pentagon and stops. The program is stopping, isn't it? It isn't asking me again. How can I make it keep asking? Like ask, draw, ask, draw, ask, draw. How can I do it? How can I do that? Ask so many times or ask endlessly. How can I say that? There's a very simple thing you can do for that. You can use the while command. See, you can use the while command and say true. I'll tell you what it is. Okay. See here. See what happens. See here. What I've done here is I'm using a while command and saying true. And what's the meaning of it? It means this thing have to keep running continuously without stopping. Okay. That is what while true means. While true means saying the condition is always true. It is not going to false state at all. And when the condition is not going to false state at all, it will keep running. It won't stop at all. So if I put anything inside while true condition, it won't stop. Let me show you something. Let me show you. For example, if you want to print something continuously, okay, see here, I'll say while true, and if I say print, yes, you see what happens. If I run this, it won't stop, but it'll keep running. That is what while true means. See, it's not stopping at all. Only if you press Control C, if you press Control C, the program will stop. See, I press Control C, stop. We can stop a program by pressing Control C. Okay. So while true means do something endlessly. That's what while true means. So whatever is inside while true, it won't stop. So I don't want this to stop actually. So I just put it inside while true. Now if I run this, let's see what happens. See, it's asking me how many sides you want to draw. Okay, let me put it here. What is it? Yeah, see, if I put 3, it will draw 3 sides. See, again it's asking me now. I give 4, so I'm square. Again it's asking 5, yes, 6. So it's not stopping at all. So that's what while true does. Okay, it won't stop drawing. Are you able to get it? 9. So how many sides you want to draw? You can just keep giving and it'll keep drawing. Are you getting it? You understand what while true does? So while true will actually do something continuously without stopping. Just try and let me know. If you're done, you can send a done message maybe. If you're done trying it, you can send a done message. Okay, shall I go next concept now? Shall I go next concept? So we have just learned how to make use of variables. We know what data types are. We know what is looping, and we have used for loop and even while. Even while we have used now. Okay. So while is mainly used like this only. If you want to do something for certain number of times, mostly people go with for loop only. Okay, generally people don't use while loop for doing things certain number of times. They'll go with for loop itself. When you want to do something continuously without stopping, you can use while loop and do it. Okay. Okay. Now let me show you. Let me do this. Let's say. Okay. Let's say this. Okay. I want to draw something like this. Let's say. Copy this. And 4. So what will this do now? What will this draw? What is the output of this? It will be what? It will be a square. Yes. Yeah. It will be a square. Okay. Now you can use coloring option by using command pen dot color. You can say pen dot color and say, and red, it will draw on red color now. See, you can use red and say red color, or you can also say blue and say, you can use any color. Okay, you can give many colors. You can say and draw on blue color. Okay. Okay. Now this is quite simple, right? Quite simple. You just give the command and it draws. What will happen if we put this inside for loop? What will happen now? What will happen now? Will it draw all the sides with blue color? What will happen now? Yes, think and tell me. It will draw square anyway, but what will happen? How will it draw? Will it draw all the square, the colors, all the sides in blue color? Let's see. Yes. How is it drawing in blue color? Because before drawing every side, it is choosing blue color and then drawing. For example, it chooses blue color and draws one side. Again chooses blue color, draws a second side. Choose the blue color, draw the third side. Choose the blue color, draw the fourth side. Now this flow you understand, right? Are you understanding this flow? How it is working? Now my question is how can it draw square with 4 different colors? For example, top red, side blue, and let's say bottom green, brown or whatever, and let's say left side blue, green. How can it draw a square like this? Tell me. How can it draw a square like this? Let's not go for list now. Think of some other ways. Okay, one way is like this. One way is to remove the for loop itself totally. For example, if I remove the for loop totally, and then let's say I comment this, and then I'm sorry. Again, instead of, without for loop, I can draw this, right? Without for loop, I can draw this. Okay, if you do this blue, red, then I can say green, and then yellow. Okay, so it is drawing different colors now. Okay, but how can it do the same thing with for loop? I want to give 4 colors inside for loop. How can I do that? I want to say first color should be, I mean, inside for loop itself, I want to say first side should be red color, second side blue color, third side green, and fourth side yellow. How can I say that? You're getting the question? The question is, how can I say which color I should choose for which side? That's my question. Hmm? Yes. Okay. See here. See here. Okay. First, my first question is, okay. Let me say that in English. Then we'll convert it into programming. Now, I want to say, if you're drawing first side, draw in red color. If you're drawing second side, draw in blue color. If you're drawing third side, draw in brown color. If you're drawing fourth side, draw in green color. Now so basically,
Why can't we
can
apply
you,
a loop?
okay, we can apply.
The colors in loop. So if we get color in loop, we can have 4 colors.
Now how will you give 4 colors inside the loop? How will you give the 4 colors?
We will consider the color as an variable for color in, and we can give it in a list: yellow, red, purple, and blue.
Okay, where will you give it on top? Here.
For loop itself, we can make it color the parameter itself and another for. Instead of making for times, right?
Okay. No. That you want to give color here.
Yeah, yeah.
No, that won't work here.
Okay.
That is actually we can use list in the later part.
Okay.
Now the simplest way is, see I just want you to tell me how to convert your words into code. See, I said this right. If you're drawing first color, first side, draw red color. If you're drawing second side, draw blue. If you're drawing third side, draw brown. If you're drawing fourth side, draw green. So basically what I'm using here always. So what should I use here? I can say I can use if. That's what I'm saying, right? That's what I'm saying in my words, English. If first side red, if second side blue, third side brown, if fourth side green. So if condition can be used to do that. But before that, how will I know which side I'm drawing? How will I know whether I'm drawing first side or second side or third side or fourth side? How will I know that? If you know which side you're drawing, you can say. You get my point? If I know which side I'm drawing, I can say, when you're drawing first side, do this, second side, do this, you can say. But how will I know which side I'm drawing? Which value in the for loop tells me which side I'm drawing? Which value in the for loop tells me which side I'm drawing? Yes. You just think at me. In for loop, which value can be used to identify which side I'm drawing currently? Exactly. Times. Yes, times. So times value tells me which side I'm drawing, because when times is 0, I'm drawing the first side on top. In times is 1, I'm drawing this side. In times is 2, I'm drawing this side. In times is 3, I'm drawing this side. You understand this, everyone? Do you understand this part? This logic?
Yes, yes. We can iterate the time for getting the number of colors.
Exactly. Yeah. Others, you understand this part? You understand this part? Times value is telling us which side I'm drawing, because it goes from 0 to 3, right? I told you in the for loop, whatever variable you use, that is going from 0 to until the range value, before the range value. If I give 4, times will start from 0, go until 3. So this value can be used to know which side I'm drawing. Now, if I know which side I'm drawing, I can say if times is equal to 0, then use blue color. And then if times is equal to 1, use red color. Sorry. If times is equal to 2, use green color. If times is equal to 3, use yellow color. What is double equal to meaning? What's the meaning of double equal to? What's a equal to 5 and a double equal to 5? What's the difference?
Single equals is assignment and double equals is equality.
Yeah. So when you say a equal to 5, it means it is storing 5 in a. Okay, it is storing 5 in a. When I say a double equal to 5, it is checking whether a has 5. It is checking whether a's value is 5. Here also what I'm saying, I'm checking when the time, if times is 0, you use this color. If times is 1, use this color. If times is 2, use this color. If times is 3, use this color. Now if I run this, I'll get a multi-square square. Yeah, you understand this, everyone? Understand how I use if condition to accomplish the same thing inside for loop? Yes. Please try it. I'll give you 2 minutes. Any doubts you have in this? Any clarities you need? Okay. Great. So if condition comes under conditional statements. Okay, if condition comes under conditional statements. And what is the meaning of conditional statement? A conditional statement executes things based on certain condition. Okay, only if a condition is true, it will execute it. Okay, if this condition is true, it will execute this. And when will this be true? In the first loop. Okay, in the first loop, this will be true. This will be executed. In the second loop, this will be true. So this will be executed. The third loop, this will be true. This will be executed. In the fourth loop, this will be true and this will be executed. Okay. Okay. Now next question. Next question, as I told you, how to make it simpler again. The question is how to simplify this. I want to draw a multicolor square, but again the program is bigger. You see, there are 8 lines of condition, then this thing. How can I make it small? That's the next question. Now for this, I want you to explain a concept, and you have to tell me how to apply that concept in this. Okay, your task is to tell me how to apply the concept we're going to explain you now into this. Okay, see here. Let me create a new file. Save it as fourth file. Fourth file. Now listen. Generally, we store data like this, right? B equals to B, C equals to 7, D equals to 8. So this is a normal way to store a data. Now this is fine. Okay, I use 4 variables for 4 set of data. Now this is fine for, let's say, for 10 data maybe. But let's say there are hundreds of data or thousands of data. Sometimes even you'll be getting lakhs of data. You in data science and all, you handle lakhs and lakhs of data. Even images can be in multiple, in thousands and even 10,000s. Can you go and create 1,000 variables for them for each and every data? Can you go and create 1 lakh variables for each and every data? It's not possible, right? Let's say I'm handling a project where I have to deal with 100 students. Can I create 100 variables, 100 students for storing their names? It's not possible, right? It's not practically possible. It will be, even you will forget the data variable names itself. You will forget what is a variable, why are you using all that. So to avoid those things, instead of using one data in one variable, you can store multiple data in one variable like this. 5, 6, 7, 8. See, I have stored all 4 data in a single variable called a using comma. Okay, this we call it as list. We call this as list. List means list of items. In C program, you must have seen array, right? You must have seen arrays. Similarly, in Python, we don't have arrays. We have something called list. We have arrays also, but there's a different thing. But generally, we use list. The difference between C array and this list is, in C program, when you create an array, it should be of same data type. If you store numbers, all should be numbers. If you store float, all should be float. If you store string, all should be string. But in list, it can be mixer also. It can be mixer like this. You can have a float value inside it. See, you can have mixer of data like this inside a list. Now, if you print a, I can see, yes, you see, I'm getting the whole a. I'm getting the printing the whole list now. How will I access individual elements now? I want to access only 8. I want to access only hello. How can I access it then? If I print a, everything is getting printed. If I'm printing, everything's getting printed, right? How can I access only one value, one item?
Using
I want to
index.
access only. Yeah, exactly. Yes. So what we can do is, everything has its own position value. Okay. The position of 5 is 0. As I told you, the counting starts from 0, right? So 0. The position of 6 is 1. 7 is 2. 8 is 3. Sorry, 8 is 3. Position of yellow is 4. Position of 6.65. Now this in technically we call it as index numbers. Okay, we call it as index numbers. Now using this, you can actually access each and every element individually. For example, I can say, instead of saying only a, I can say in a print the 4th item. Which is the 4th item? Which is the 4th item in this?
8.
No, not 8. I told you, right? Counting always starts from 0.
Hello.
So 4th item is
Hello.
Yeah. So 0, 1, 2, 3, and this is the 4th item. So if we run this, I'll get hello as the output. And if you want 6.6, I have to give 5 because it's the 5th item. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 5th item. So if I run this, I'll get 6.6. You understand this? How to create a list and access items? Now using this concept, how will you change this program here? How will you simplify this program here? Come on, tell me. Use this concept. If you use this concept here, this all 8 lines will reduce to only 1 line. All these 8 lines will be reduced to only 1 line. How can I do that?
I can list the colors in using list, and then I can use the loop and then call each position.
Exactly. So first of all, I should create a list of all the colors. How can I create? Okay, let's say I want to create a list of colors. Let's say, okay, let me erase this. Yeah, I create a new variable called my colors, and it's a list actually. I'll put all the colors inside it: red, blue, green, yellow. Okay, see here, I've created a list of all the colors inside it. Now I don't need this. As I told you, I don't need this. Okay, now I have to make use of these colors to draw all the sides and 4 colors, right? Okay, first of all, let me give the color inside. Pen dot color. I'll say blue. Okay, what will happen now? What will it draw now? what will this code do now?
All
Yeah,
sides will
all
be
blue. Yeah, all colors will be blue, right? Yeah, all sides is blue. Okay. Now, instead of this blue, I want this blue. How can I say use this blue here? I don't want this blue. I don't want to give blue here. Instead of that, I want to say use. Yeah, it says my colors of 1, right? So my colors of 1.
Pen dot
I
my
should say,
colors.
yeah, no, not pen dot my colors. It's, you can say in pen dot color, you say my colors of 1, which means my colors is this, and the first element is blue. This is 0th element. This is first element. So when you say my colors of 1, this will be replaced with this blue. Now if I run this, you can see blue color. Yeah. So whatever we did before this is he gave straight away the blue color. Now you're calling the blue color from the list. Now instead of giving one color, for the first loop I want red color. For the second loop I want blue color. For the third loop, for the third side I want green color. For the fourth side I want yellow color. How can I? So you should actually change this value from 0 and then 1, then 2 and then 3. How can I do that? I have to change this value from 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3. Then
Loop.
only it will be, yeah. How can I do? You understand what you think?
If condition.
No need of if condition.
We can go for a loop.
You can
Go for a loop.
no need of a loop. Think. This value should go from 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3. I should increment some value.
My colors of time.
Yeah.
We can give times inside the bracket.
Exactly. So we can use times inside it. Why times? Because I told you, right? Times value will start from 0, then 1, then 2, then 3. So for the first loop, times value will be 0, right? So when it's 0, it will color and draw the first line. So the first line will be what color? It will be red color. And then for second loop, times value will be 1. So if it is 1, it will choose blue color and it will draw with blue color. For the third side, times value will be 2, it will choose green color, it will draw on green color. For the fourth side, it will choose the yellow, the times value will be 3, and my colors of 3 will be yellow, and so it choose yellow color. You understand this? Now if I run this, understand this? Is the program clear? You understand, right? Any doubts or any clarifications you need on the program?
Yes, sir. Understand.
Okay, thanks. Okay, fine. Okay, let me repeat. So I want to simplify the if condition. We had 4 if conditions before this, right? And we use 4 if conditions to say if times is 1, choose red, times is 2, choose blue, times is 3, 2, choose green, if times is 3, choose yellow. That's what we did before this. Instead of the if condition, I want to use the list here. So I store all the colors in the list. Then I want to call all the colors one by one. And the easiest way to call the list one by one is use the times value, because times starts from 0 and goes until 3. So when times is 0, 0 will be substituted here. So my colors of 0 will be red. It will draw the first line in red color. Again, the loop will continue. Times value will become 1. So my colors of 1 will be blue color. It will draw the second line in blue color. And again, times value will be 2. It will choose green color. Third side will be green color. And again, the fourth loop, times value will be 3. My colors of 3 will be yellow. So it draws the last side in yellow color. Get it? Okay. Okay, now, okay, I'll explain one more concept and I want you to do a task. You know how to use a list now. Okay, you know how to do a list. Let me make something else here. So for example, let's say I want to add a new element to a list. Okay, I want to add a new element. There's already 6 elements. I want to add a new element. Now what I can do is I can say, let's say this is my list. Let's say I create. Okay, let me do something. I'll copy this itself. Copy it. Okay, I have a list of colors now. If I print my colors, I can see the whole thing coming up. Yes. Okay, let me do something. I'll put it here. Okay, so my colors, it's printing all the my colors here. Then if I, let's say I want to add an element, I can say my colors dot append. What's the meaning of appending something? What's the meaning of
Adding.
appending something? Yeah, adding at the end. That's what append. Append means adding at the end. So I can say, let's say I want to add sign. See, what the meaning of this is? Yeah, add sign at the end of my colors. And if we print my colors now, print my colors now. See, initially it was only 4 colors. Now sign get added at the end, and so I got it. Okay, I can also say add at some at specific point. For example, I want to add another color after red. Okay, after red I want to add something. What is the position of color after red? What is the position? What is the index value of after red? This is 0. After it
1.
position is 1, right? So I can say my colors dot insert. Insert means you're going to insert something. Okay, insert, give the position. See, it says index, so give the position. I want to add in number 1. Let's say I want to add magenta. See, now if we print my colors, let's see, print my colors, you'll see magenta got added after red because I said 1, not at the end. Okay, append means at the end, insert means you give a position and the value. So I said add at the first position, then give the value. Similarly, I can also delete something. I can say delete. Del means short form of delete. Okay, delete. I can say delete my colors of 3, which is the third element. Which is the third element? This
Yellow.
is 0. No, not okay. See, after this it changed. Actually the arrange order changed. This is 0. This is 1. This is 2. This is 3.
Green.
So green. Yeah. So green will be deleted now. If I print my colors, you won't see green. See, that's it. Green got deleted. So red, magenta, blue, green got deleted, and then yellow and sign. There's other way also. Let's say I don't know the position of an element. Let's say I want to delete yellow, but I don't know the position of yellow. What I can do here is, if we don't know the index number of yellow, I can say my colors dot remove, and you can give the element straight away inside it. See, you can give like this. If you give like this, it will search for yellow and then delete it. You don't need to give position and all. Here you give index number, right? Position, index number you are given here. Here you don't have to give index number. You can straight away give the element itself. Then if you print my colors, see that yellow got deleted. Okay, right? Now a simple task. Okay, now simple task based on this. The task is okay. Are you clear with this? You're clear with this thing, right? These commands. You understand the commands, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Now coming to the task, we already did the task where we got the input, right? Where is it? Fourth file. Huh? Is it second file? Okay, here. This file. You got the sides and then drew those many sides, right? Now what I want you to do, I want to enhance this program. You should ask me how many sides you want to draw. After giving how many sides you want to draw, you should ask you those many number of colors also. Let me repeat again. See? Okay, let me repeat. I'll explain what it is. So your program should ask me how many sides you want to draw. Okay. Let's say I give 3. After I give you 3 and press enter, you should ask me 3 times give color. I'll give red color. Again, I should ask me give color. I'll give, let's say, blue color. Again, it should ask me give color. I'll give, let's say, yellow color. After this only, you should draw a triangle with these 3 colors, red, blue, and yellow. Similarly, let's say if I give 5, you should ask me this question 5 times. I'll give 5 colors. Give color. It'll ask again yellow. I'll say brown. Again, it should ask me give color. Let's say I give sign. After giving these 5 colors only, you should draw me a pentagon with red, blue, yellow, brown, and sign. You understand my question? You understand the task? So before this, you got the number of sides and draw the number of sides alone. Now, you should ask the number of sides. Also, how many sides you give, those many colors you should ask, and then draw with those colors. You get the task? Do you understand the task? Yes? Don't think about the solution. Tell me if you understand the task, what you have to do. Huh? Okay, try. Please try. I'll give you like maybe 2-3 minutes. It's a simple program. You don't have to change this at all. You just have to add few things. You don't have to change anything in this. You don't have to edit this, change anything. You just have to add one more thing. If you add that, it will happen. You just have to add I think 3 lines. Not even 3 lines. 2 lines is enough. If you add 2 more lines to this code, this will happen. Or 3 lines. Okay, 3 lines. You have to add 3 lines. And for that, I told you we have to use this. We may have to use something like from here. Is it done? Over? Anyone completed? Anyone completed? You want some time? Are you trying? You want some time? Okay, let me say. See, so we already know to get the number of sides, and based on that, those many sides you draw. We just have to add the color alone. We have to add color for each and every side, and we know very well from the previous code to add the color to each and every side, we have to give pen dot color here. So pen dot color we know already. Also, we know very well that we have to use list for storing many colors. So let me create an empty list. Okay. So I'll call my colors of times here. We know this already, right? We already done this. Okay, we already done this for the only thing we did before this was we already had the colors inside, right? Before this, we already had the colors here. Red, green, blue, all it is given inside the list. Now, instead of giving inside the list, I want you to get it from the user. That's the only difference. You understand? You understand the difference? You already know how to draw any number of sides with colors, with different colors that we did already. The only difference now we have is before this we gave all the colors inside the list. Now I want you to get the colors from the user and then fill the list. How can you do that? How can you add the colors? How can you get from the user and add the colors to it? How can you get the color from the user and then add it to the list? How can I do that?
Using append of function.
Okay, I can use append function to add the colors. And how will I get the color?
Using
to
a for
use-
loop, you can get the color and then append it.
For
Exactly, exactly. So what? Yes, yes. So what I'm going to do, see here, first of all, let me get a color. Okay, for example, I say x equals to input give color. Okay, give like this. Now whatever color I give, it will be stored in x, right? So this color I want to add it to my colors list. How can I do that? I have to give my colors dot append x, isn't it? You understand these two lines? Do you understand these two lines? I'm getting a color, adding it to the list. So if I give green color, it will become now green. If I give some other color, it will become that. And I want to do it for how many times? How many times will you do it? How many times will you get the color and add it? How many times I should get the color and add to the list?
number of sites based on.
Yes, sides times, isn't it? So I'll use the same for loop like this. What I will do, I'll say for times in range sites, and then I'll do this. I'll just indent it. What will happen now? If I give 5 sides, it will run these two lines 5 times, get 5 colors, add it to the list. Please let me know if you understand this, please. See, if I give 3 times, it will run these two lines 3 times. So it will get the color 3 times, add it to the list. You understand this? You understand this? We can also print and see this. We can also print my colors and see it. See? If I print my colors and see it, let's see what happens. See, if I run this. Okay, so it is asking me, what do you want to draw? Okay, I give, let's say I give 3. See, it's asking me give color. I give red. See, red got added. The list was empty before, and now red got added. Let me give another color, blue. See, again blue got added. You are printing my colors every time. So blue got added. Then I give green. So let me keep this here. Let me keep this here. Okay, now let's press enter. See, again it's asking how many colors you want to draw. I give, let's say 4. It's asking me color. So red. Let me give some other color, brown. Okay, now the problem is, okay, the problem is it gets added to the own thing. Anyways, yellow, cyan, magenta, So it draws a square with these 4 colors only again. So I have to empty it every time. After getting the colors, I have to empty it every time. So I have to put my colors equals to empty. I have to empty it every time. Don't need to put here because it gets added to the list. Okay. I think it's going to rain. Inshallah. Let's see. Okay. Fine. Do you understand this, people? Do you understand this, everyone? Okay. I'm getting sides, red. What is it? Okay, it is inside this thing. Okay. Okay, it has to be global. I'm sorry. It has to be global. Okay, fine. It has to be here also. Okay, it's my colors. That's why the problem was there. Anyways. Now if I run this, okay, red, what happened? Oh, how many sides? I'm sorry, it's asking how many sides. I should have 3 sides. So 3, red, blue, yellow. Okay, again it's asking me 4 sides, brown. See now now it's starting from the beginning because after completing this, I'm emptying the list again. I have made the list empty and then starting again. So it's starting from the beginning now. All these get deleted because I emptied it. And then starting from the beginning. So brown, let's say cyan, magenta, what color is it? Pink. Let's say use pink. And now if I see the square, see, it was square with those colors. Okay, brown, cyan, magenta, pink. You understand this code? Do you understand this code? Yes. Okay, now let's get to the last concept of the today. Okay, last concept for today, and very important concept. When you say program, this is very important concept, and we'll get into the concept based on again another question. Okay. Are you all trying? Should I wait or shall I proceed? Anyone want me to wait? If you want me to wait, you can send a wait message, or I'll proceed.
So wait, sir.
Okay, I'm waiting. Yeah, go on. So how is it going? Do you like the way the session is being handled? I mean, the program is handled. How do you feel?
Very informative.
Okay, thanks. Okay.
Excellent, sir.
Thanks, Navya. Thank you. Okay. Let me proceed. I'll keep this here itself. You can copy. I'll just create a new file and start proceeding. Okay, see. Let me create a new file. Let me put it here. Okay, so let's say I want to draw a square. Let me save it as 5th file. So 5th, yeah. And I want to draw a square. And it's not 4. I want this. Okay. Let's say. Okay. Now what will this do? What will this program do? This program, what will it do? What will this program do? Can you just tell me? I just copied this for loop 4 times. So what will it get?
Draw 4 times.
Square, right? Yeah. So it will draw 4 times square on the same side, eh? The same spot. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Now, okay, let's say I want to move the pen somewhere. I can use something called pen.goto. Okay, let me put it in the left side, right side cell. This is better for me. Feel better it's on the right side. Okay. Yeah. So pen.goto is a command which you can use for moving the pen to certain places. For example, if you take this screen, the screen is like a graph actually. So when you say graph, it is like this, right? Graph will be like this. So this point is actually 0, 0. Okay. So this is x, this is minus x, and this is y, this is minus y. So if it is by default, it is at 0, 0, 0. I can say move to 100, 100. So if you say 100, 100, x is 100 here, y is 100, it will start drawing from here. When I say minus 100, 100, it will draw somewhere here. If I say minus 100, minus 100, it will be somewhere here. And minus, 100 and minus 100 will be somewhere here. You know this, right? You know how graph works. So plus 4 quadrants, and that's how it works. Okay, but default is 0, 0. That's why we're getting in the same place. So instead of getting the same place, I'm going to give some value here, 100, 100. Okay, let's see what happens now. I'm telling the pen to go to this position, and if I run that, see what happens. See, the pen from here, it came to this position, and then it was drawing the 4 squares 4 times. Okay, from this position it came here, and then draw square 4 times. I can also say go to another position. Let's say minus 100. Let's say minus 100, and if I run this, okay, see, it went to this position and then draw this. From here it went to this one, draw this. But the problem we have here is, as it is moving, it is drawing, isn't it? I don't want it to draw when it is moving. When moving, we shouldn't draw, isn't it? That's how we do, right? And what do we do when we want to don't draw? When moving, what do we want to do? What we have to do generally? If you are drawing, and if you don't want to draw when moving to different position, what will you do generally? You will lift your pen up, move to that position, and then put a pen down, isn't it? Same thing. See, what I'm doing here is I'm lifting the pen up, moving to the position, and putting the pen down. And same thing I can do for here also. So pen, let me copy it and paste it. So copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. So I'm going to 4 different places: 100, 100, minus 100, 100, 100, minus 100, and then minus 100, minus 100. So I'm going to all four quadrants of the square of the graph. So right, left, down, bottom, down, left, everything. I'm going everywhere. Okay. So all 4 quadrants, I'm moving the pen and then drawing a square. See, if I run this, so it goes to 4 different places and then draws a square. Now, this is not the concept. The concept is different thing. The concept is, okay, the question is, how can I make this code simpler? Again, the same question. You can see here, the for loop is repeating 4 times here. So how can I simplify this? That's the question again. How can I simplify the code? You can see very well, the for loop, the same for loop, without any change, is repeating 4 times in the program. How can I reduce the number of lines and how can I simplify it?
Adding if condition.
If
Using
condition,
function.
yeah. Okay, others. You can use, yeah, we're going to use functions, exactly. If condition won't work here, can I use another for loop? Is it possible to use another for loop and simplify this? We can't use, you can't use another for loop inside for loop. You can't do that because it is not happening continuously. Now before this, before this, I was drawing 4 squares continuously in the same place, right? There you can use looping because it was happening continuously. But here it is happening like something is happening, it is happening again, something else is happening, this is happening, something else is happening, this is happening, something else is happening, this is happening. So it's repeating not continuously but in discrete manner at different parts in the program. Okay, you get the point? When something is repeating at different parts in the program, not continuously repeating, okay, it repeats in different places. In that case, you go with functions. And what we do in functions, we give a name to the repeating lines. For example, these are the lines repeat. Yeah. So we have to give a name to this. How can I do it? First copy this, go on top of before it's starting, paste it, and you can give a name. Are you saying anything, Parvez sir? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Anyways, okay. So I'm going to give a name to it. The name is, you can use define command. def is a short form of define command. Define and then give a name. You give a name called square, like this. Okay. You can give a name called square, then put a colon, and then indent these 3 lines. You have to indent these 3 lines. Only if you indent it, as I told you, only if you indent it, it is inside this. Now what I have done here, I have given a name to these 3 lines. And this is what we call as functions or function definition. A function is basically a set of lines, okay, which is repeating in different places. So you will be giving a name to the set of lines, and wherever you want those lines to repeat, you just give a name, you just call the name. For example, I want these 3 lines to come here. I don't have to write those 3 lines again. I'll just call the name of it. Again, here also I want it to come. I'll just call the name of it. The name I gave was square. Here also square. Here also square. So now almost 12 lines got reduced to only 4 lines now. So what I have done here, let me repeat again. Let me repeat. These 3 lines are repeating in multiple places in the program. So to avoid repeating it, I'm giving a name to these 3 lines. And the name I've given is square. And I use that, I gave that using the command def, which is a short form of define. And this whole thing is now called a function. A function, again, a function is a set of lines which is repeating in multiple places. That function will have a name. So wherever you want those lines to repeat, you just call the name alone. Now if I run this, same thing will happen, but with reduced number of lines. You understand this? You get it? You understand what functions are and how it's useful? Okay, try this. I'll give it like 2 minutes. Okay, maybe I will explain some more thing and then you can try. Okay, let's wait. Let me finish something else, and then you can try. Now, okay, it's drawing actually. Let's say I want to change the size of the color, size of the square. What should I change here? I want to change the side of the square. Which one should I edit to change the size of the square? The size of the square. I want a small square. What should I do? What should I change? Yes. What should I change to change the size of the square? I want a smaller square here. And what should I edit for that? Basically the forward value, right? It's not side. Basically, if I change it to 50, the forward value will be reduced, right? Yeah, exactly. So if I change it, I'll get a small square. Okay. Okay. The problem is, if I change here, it is getting applied to all 4 squares. But I want a square. I want 4 squares with 4 different sizes. I want one square to be 50. Other square should be 100. One more square to be a 150. This should be 200. How can I change the size of the squares individually? If we change it here, it is applied to all 4 squares. I don't want the all 4 squares to share same size. I want different size squares. How can I do that? How can I do that? How can I draw 4 squares of 4 different sizes, not the same size?
Passing parameters into functions.
Exactly. Now, which value should I change? This value, right? If I change this value to 50, it is drawing in size, small size. 100 now one size, and like for every size, every value it is drawing different size. Now if this is going to change for every square, what should I do first? When data is changing, when data tends to change, what should I do? We saw in the beginning itself. What should I do? Generally, I'm asking for generally when data, if it has to be changed, what's the first step we do?
Variables.
Exactly. So you don't make it constant, you make it a variable. Now it is constant now. You make it a variable by using some variable name. Let's say steps. So now this is not constant, it is a variable. So this value can change now. So if you want to change some data, if the data tend to change the program, you make it a variable. I made it a variable, and this has to be passed inside this bracket. Okay, this has to be this bracket. If it's passed inside this bracket, now I can give the value here. I can say 50, and this 50 will now replace this part. And if I give 100 here, this 100 will replace this. If I give 150 here, this 150 will replace this again. If I give 200 here, at this point, this will replace this part. And if I run this, you see, now I can see squares of multiple sizes, right? You understand this? You understand this? I can also say, let's say I'm giving a color here. Let's say I can give pen dot color. Let's say I give red color here. If I do this, it will draw on red color. Okay, it's drawn red color. How can I choose different colors now? I don't want red color alone. I want to choose the color also. What should I do? I want this to be in red, this to be in blue, this yellow, this green. How can I do that? The same concept. What should I do? Come on. Yes.
Red in a very.
So instead of this red color, I have to use a variable. Let's say I'm using a variable called my color. And this has to be passed as another argument. Okay, by the way, whatever data is about to change in the function, we call it as an argument. Okay. See, steps, my color, All these are called arguments. Arguments are parameters. Okay, both are same. Okay, arguments are parameters. So basically, arguments and parameters are tend to change in a function. You give those values when you're calling the function itself. And now I can give the color also, because I can give steps and my color. And if I give red here, red will replace it. If I give blue here, blue will replace my color value at this point. And at this point, let's say yellow. And then at this point, let's say green. And now if I run this, I'll get red, blue, yellow, then green. So this is what functions and arguments are. You understand this? Okay. Okay, just I'll give you 2 minutes. You can try to also create a function for these 3 lines using the same concept. Create a function for these 3 lines and name it as move. Okay, name it like a function called move. If I give move 100, 100, you can move. Okay, create a function for this also. Come on, try it. Okay, you can mute. Oh, try this. I want you to create a function for this also. And if you're done, you can send a done message. If you're done, you can send done message. Maybe I'll do it myself. Get a copy this, and then let's say I create a function called move, and then let's say if we just put this, what will happen if we don't give arguments? We just give move like this. So see, all the lines are reduced now. Okay. So I have created a function called move for these 3 lines. The only thing we have to do again is I have to pass this an argument. Let's see what happens now. Okay, if I do this, it will draw a square. It will draw in same place because we are not moving to different place. We are always in the same minus 100, 100. So it is drawing the same place now. Okay, so if you want to move, you have to make it as argument, as I told you. So make it argument as an argument like this, and then x comma y, and then you can give the values here. So 100 comma 100, and then 100 comma minus 100, and then minus 100 comma 100, and then what else? Minus 100 comma minus 100. Let's say now it will move to different places, and then it will draw accordingly. Okay, why is it stopped? Now if I run this, see, so different places, different colors, all using functions, right? So in 2.5 hours, we have covered, what are the concepts we covered in 2.5 hours? We started with simple print command, and then variables, then data types, and then we started with looping, and then for loop we also saw how to use while, and then conditional statements, and conditional statements we saw if condition we saw, and then we saw how to use list. Yeah, list comes under data collections. There are many things like list actually. Okay, list is only one of the data collection concepts. Many concepts like that. And then we saw input function. Yeah, then we saw functions. So functions with arguments. Functions with arguments. Okay. So are all the concepts clear? But the concepts clear to everyone? Okay. Okay, I'll show you the demos of different things. Maybe I want someone, or maybe to give you comments on how the session was until this point. What do you feel? Maybe in the chat, or even you can open up and say in voice how was the session and all that. I'll also send you a feedback form at the end, and those who are filling it will be getting a certificate. I'll share the link in the end. Okay, after the demo, I'll share you the feedback link. Feedback link. Okay, if we arrange it in offline with a full day, okay, yeah. But all are from different colleges, right? So I'm in Chennai. Maybe we'll see. See, this is just the beginning. As I told you, we'll go one by one. This is just the beginning. And next, maybe we can try maybe IoT or even data science. Because I was seeing all the feedbacks on the last FDP series we had, right? The 1 month FDP series. And most of you wanted, I think many wanted IoT, data science, machine learning, AI, and then some wanted network-led cybersecurity. Okay, so we'll see. We'll try to have one by one. We can also call us to a college. Okay, if you want us to come to your college and teach the students, I'll come there and we can teach. I'm doing it already. Even next week we have a 2-day session in the college for students as well as the faculty also. We have a 2-day faculty program in Panimalar next week. It's for faculties. It's a 2-day program. Similar to that, even if you want us to come to your college and do a faculty program, we can do. And the faculty program we're doing now is on data science and machine learning for 2 days. Maybe you can change the same concept. So this is my number, and my name is Elias. Okay. So also you can go to our channel, and we have a free YouTube channel where I can go and there's a Tamil channel. How many of you are not from Tamil Nadu here? I mean, okay. I'll tell you what you can do for Tamil and in English. If you are in Tamil, you can go to Tamil channel, IT expert training Tamil, IT expert training Tamil. You can go to this one. So this is channel, IT expert training. And let me share you the link in the chat box. You can go subscribe. So if you subscribe, you can get to the updates regularly. Okay. So this you can subscribe, and there are many videos in this. Okay, we see, we do things in an informative, in an attractive way generally. Okay, we actually don't go with the same monotonous way. But sometimes when you go get into concepts so deep, it will be a little boring, right? We don't do that. We generally go with, we see how to make things interesting. There's a playlist called Python Setagel. Maybe you can see that also. For example, we'll show some of the demos here. I can even I use Python to do different stuffs. For example, if you see this, I have told you how to use Python for how to, okay, like this, for example.
கையில ரப்பரை போட்டுக்கிட்டேன் இழுத்துக்கிட்டு இங்க பாத்துக்கோங்க இழுக்கிற எப்படா கையில வந்துட்டு இந்த வீடியோ பிடிச்சிருச்சுங்கன்னா கமெண்ட் பண்ணுங்க ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க வீடியோ.
Okay, so there's more things like that. You can, okay, I'll show some of the things now. And this is how to get rain alert in mobile using Python and some software. So you can go subscribe and you can make use of the channel. There's so many things you can learn from the channel. Okay, there is also different playlists for Python 2-week course. There's something of Python 2-week where you'll be learning more of Python, and then web development is there. Okay, then all these are in Tamil. Okay, I'll tell you what we can do for English. For English people, we have a website, and data science basics is there. Fine. And for this thing, for English, you can go to our website, learning.itexperttraining.com. But these are not actually, English things are actually not yet free. Certain things are free. You can search a Python course here. You can search a Python. There'll be a course for getting started with Python. That will be free. Okay, that you'll learn all the concepts here. Okay, from this. Let me share this link also. Also, those who are learning from website, you'll be getting a certificate at the end of every course. Okay, but you don't get that in YouTube. But if you're learning from our website, you can get certificate at the end of all the courses. So all these are different courses we have. See, create an IoT project at just 99 rupees. Machine learning made easy. Coding for students. Python essentials for data science is 99 rupees. Flappy Bird game. How to create a game with using Python, 99. Chatbot. So mostly you'll be seeing like low cost 100 rupee courses. So that you can try maybe. Or if you want totally, I think there's an offer going on because of the year-end sale now. I think it's promotion dot, yeah, this one. Yes, so there's a, okay, I'll just this thing, this is one. Yeah, this one. So what this is actually 10 course bundle. Okay, you start with Python, then web development is Python, computer vision Python, automation, software development, game development, IoT project, data science. All these are 3 data science courses. So all these you get, these 10 courses you're getting for like 500 rupees. Maybe you can try this if you want to. Okay, all the courses will be 2 hours, 3 hours, or short courses. In 2 hours, 3 hours, you'll be getting the concepts mostly. So you can try different things using Python. Okay, I sent the link in the chat box. You can, maybe if you want to buy it, you can buy. Now the year-end sale is going on, so that's why it's 499. Maybe it will be the sale will be on till New Year. So before New Year, try to buy if you want to. Okay, this is other option. And then I'll also for data science, there's a batch already going on. It's okay. So these things you can try. Okay, you can either enroll in our website or you can learn from the YouTube itself. So for YouTube, we are concentrating only on Tamil content because we are using YouTube only for mainly for students. So only Tamil content is in YouTube. There will be some 1 or 2 English contents. For example, there was a cybersecurity webinar. I think it is in English. 1 or 2 things will be in English. Okay, but mostly it will be in Tamil. For English content, you can come and check here. There'll be many free courses also. You can even, there'll be free courses in cybersecurity also in this, or even I think Power BI and all that is there. Maybe you can see. We'll be making some courses free in the end of after Christmas. So as a sale, we'll be making like 3-4 courses free in this in after Christmas. Maybe you can check that also. Okay. Now coming to the demo, As I told you, Python is like it's more like a power. Like I mean, power in the sense you can do a lot of things with it. It's not like other languages. Other languages are difficult to learn. At the same time, you can't do many things with other languages. But Python, you can do a lot of things. If you go search for Industry 4.0, you know what's Industry 4.0, right? I hope you know that since you're teachers. Yeah, sorry. If you go to Industry 4.0, whatever field you're seeing in this, you can so Python can get into everything. You can use Python to get into all these fields: cyber security, accounting, computer computing, whatever you see here, everything is connected using Python. So that's why I always tell students also, Python, it's your gateway to get into any job. Okay, so once you are strong with Python, inshallah, you'll be able to get any job. You don't have to worry about job at all, to be frank. What you want to choose is later thing. But once you're strong in Python, you can choose anything. Okay, let me show you some simple demos. Maybe I can. You know what Google Doodle? Google Doodle is actually where Google actually doodles the home page. Now there is a game on 2012 where we have to play. Okay, we have to play this and see if I just press the play button, press the right and left, he's running, right? See, he's running and I have to press space bar and he's jumping. And we have our own limitations, isn't it? We can't run very fast with our hands. We can only go at 13 seconds, I guess. Yeah, 12.9 seconds is my speed. But I can do the same thing with Python. Let's say, see this code here. So this is PyCharm. This IDE is called PyCharm IDE. This is what I use generally for projects and all that. For teaching alone, I use idle. But generally, even in teaching, when I go into long-term course, like 1 month course, 2 month course, I go to PyCharm only. Okay, this is really useful. I can see here, I have used a library called PyAutoGUI, which is for automating your mouse and keyboard functions. And I use a very simple for loop to automate right and left keys. Okay, you can see that, right? You can easily understand this. Right and left keys are automated. Now, if I run this, see what happens. So I'm running it. I'll come back here and see what happens now. He should be running very fast. See here, I'm not doing anything. I'm not typing it. I'm not pressing right and left. So I just automated right and left and it's like running very fast. You see, I was able to finish in only 12.9 seconds, but with the help of Python, it's just for fun actually, but you can apply the same thing in many different things. Similarly, let's say you want to show some other demo also. If you go to AI Vision, okay, those are into image processing. You can use this CV2 library, computer vision library. Those are into image processing. Can use this. You see, you can see it as a book here. See, this book is not. We can't read it, right? Isn't it? We can't actually read it properly. With our own eye, with our eyes, we can't read it. But with Python, we can read. So that's the code for this. Not that. That is it. Yeah, this one. So this is the code for reading this book. Okay. Only not even 10 lines. Not in 10 lines. I'm applying the thresholding concept where we will be apply pixel values and do some thresholding here. And if I run this, see what happens. So whichever book we are not able to read with our own eyes, we can do with this thing. Okay, see mechanism. So you're able to read with Python. Okay, so this is one example, and this computer vision. Then if you want machine learning, let me show you the machine learning applications. Okay. Even in machine learning, we are applying, I mean, this thing here. I mean, computer vision alone. Okay, what happened? Okay, see this. Okay, this is a face recognition program. Okay, where I recognize faces based on I have trained my laptop. Yeah, I have trained my system, this program, to recognize 5 faces. One is Elon Musk face. See, I have recognized. I use this face to Elon Musk, and then I have used 5 images of Elon Musk and trained it. I also used Legend Saravanan's image, and then I used Pavan Kalyan's image, then Talabadi, sorry, So Talabadi's image, and then I used Tony Stark's image. So my computer can now recognize these people. Let's say I have a camera, and if I run this program along the camera, it will be able to recognize these people if they come in. Let's try it. Let me open the camera and run this and see. Okay, let me open this, and let's try whether it's able to detect in real time. In live camera, it can detect now. Okay. Okay, let's try it. It's taking some time to load. Yeah, thanks. So it is starting now. The camera should be on in some time. Let me search for some. Okay, it's starting the live stream. See that? Starting the live stream now. And okay, it's detecting me as Talabadi. I'm not Talabadi. Let's see. Okay, let's ask. Let's have real Talabadi's maybe photo, and let's see whether it's detecting properly. Yeah, let me show it. Let's see. Yeah, it's detecting Talabadi correctly, right? See that? And let me show Elon Musk's face. Elon Musk. Yes, so here it is. Okay, see. So it should, yeah, see, it is recognizing Elon Musk. Okay, yeah. So basically, we can use this in your own college. There's something called automatic attendance now. You know that, right? You don't have to take attendance anymore. You just have a camera in the classroom. The students, if they come and sit in the classroom, it will take attendance automatically for the particular hour. Okay, there's no need of manual attendance hereafter. Actually, we are doing this project in Miyasi College. Okay, we are doing a project with 20 students. It's their final year project actually. We are automating the whole Miyasi campus. Okay, so I'm using 20 students from their college and automating the campus. And one of the things we are doing is we are automating attendance systems. We are also automating the whole campus, like light spans, different things available. We are creating a smart notice board. So their final year project is with us. So we'll be guiding them and they'll be doing the project. So, and I'm using Python for all those things. I won't be doing it, but I will be guiding them. So they'll be doing it. They have already attended my workshops, Python workshops and Python classes. So I'll be just guiding them and they'll be doing the project and automating the whole campus. So even if you want us to come follow the same way, we can always come and do. But okay. So that's it. Maybe something else. Okay, I did a recent project on dog emotions, where we recognize dogs' emotions, whether it's angry or sad or depressed and all that. And based on that, if it is angry, we'll get an alert, because we always hear this news, right? Someone nowadays we get a news, the angry dog, a bitter guy and all that, the children especially. So we are doing a project. This is a project with Arduino and then Python. Okay, so whenever the dog is angry, the Arduino board will raise an alarm saying the dog is angry, is coming to, and all that. So that's a project we are doing now. Anyways, so that's it from my end. Anything you want to say? How was the session again? Hope the session is useful to you. I'll share the feedback link now. 1 second. Let me share the feedback link. Python made easy. FE program, FEP. Okay. So I will share the feedback link now. You can give your feedbacks. And the certificates will take like maybe 3-4 days, okay? Because since today's Sunday, we'll look at the things tomorrow. I'm sharing a chat box. Yeah, thanks. Thank you so much. So the feedback link is in chat box. You can make use of it. Thank you so much. If you want to say something, you can open up and say. Here's.
Assalamu alaikum, Ilyas.
Alaikum salam, sir. Nalla irukeenga, sir.
Nalla irukken.
How are you, sir?
Alhamdulillah.
Sir, yeah.
I'm audible to you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can you hear, sir?
Session வந்து ரொம்ப நல்லா இருந்தது, alhamdulillah. இப்போ இது
Thank
எப்படி
you.
மாணவர்களுக்கு கொண்டு போய் சேர்க்கிறது, அது ஏதாவது சொல்லுங்க. நீங்க இப்போ எதை நீ டெல்ட் த்ரூ ஆன்லைன், நேர்ல வர முடியாதுன்னா ஆன்லைன்ல பண்ண முடியுமா, அது எப்படி தான் பார்க்கணும்? அல்டிமேட்லி ஃபேக்கல்டி
Actually what we are doing is okay, let me show you this. What we are doing is, first of all, the main thing with students is, if they are self-interested, we don't have to push them. Okay, that's the first thing. The self-interest is the main thing, right? So what we generally do is, we go to colleges, give free awareness sessions. First of all, when I give free awareness sessions, obviously students, if they come to know what is the market, what is the job opportunities, and why it is competitive, and why should learn all this, they will be ready to learn anything. They will be ready to even pay. You know what we do? Actually, we generally go to college after awareness sessions. Students at first are telling us, sir, we'll pay you this much, take us this session. I don't even fix the amount. Actually, for example, if there's a workshop happening in college, I don't even actually fix the workshop amount. I ask the students, how much will you give down, and they'll say some amount, and for that amount itself we are actually doing workshops. Okay, so generally that's what. You can also connect with me in LinkedIn if you want to. Okay, the reason why I wanted to show you this is, I go to all colleges. Okay, that's what we do. I go to colleges. Now we have reached 20 colleges for now. We are planning to reach 100 colleges in Tamil Nadu in the next 6 months, inshallah. After Tamil Nadu, we'll be going to other colleges, but our plan is, target for this next 6 months is, we want to reach 100 colleges in Tamil Nadu, create awareness among students for free, and then they'll be ready to do anything. See, these 20 students in Miyasi, they are MCA students. They are not engineering students. They are MCA students. They are interested in IoT. How? Because I took the IoT workshop. We had IoT workshop. I gave awareness session, then IoT workshop. They paid for it. Now they are coming for projects. Out of 60, 20 is with me now. They want to do IoT project. They want to automate the whole. The thing is, once they get interest, we don't have to push them. So the main thing we have to do is, we have to give awareness, give continuous. Be in touch. We also create groups for them. Okay. Okay, feedbacking I already shared, sir. On top it is there.
ஆக்சுவலி வில்லியஸ், நீங்க சொன்னது மாஷால்லா கரெக்ட். இப்போ நீங்க அந்த இண்டஸ்ட்ரி 4.1 ஒரு ஸ்லைடு காமிச்சிங்களா, எந்த அளவுக்கு வந்து பைத்தான் யூஸ் ஆகுது எல்லா ஃபீல்ட்லயுமே, நீங்க அது நல்லா இருந்தது. இப்போ இது மாணவர்கள் வந்து இதை உணரணும். அதான் இப்போ வந்து நீங்க சொல்றதுக்கு நாங்க சொல்றோம். இப்போ நாங்க என்ன சொன்னாலும் சரி, இப்போ ரியல் ஃபீல்ட்ல இருக்கிறவங்க, களத்துல இருக்கிறவங்க, இண்டஸ்ட்ரியில் இருக்கிறவங்க, நீங்க வந்து ஆன்லைன் மூலமாவோ இல்ல நேர்லயோ வந்து இன்ஷால்லா ஒரு 1/2 hour 1 hour ஃபார் தி ஹோல் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட், ஈஸினா ஈஸி அந்த மாதிரி கொடுத்தோம்னா, ஏதோ ஒன்று ஆன்லைன்ல வர கூட ஓகே, நேர்ல வர முடியல. அப்ப அவனுக்கு பைத்தான் நம்ம படிக்கணும்னு சொல்றோம், ஆனா எந்த அளவுக்கு வந்து அது தேவைப்படுது அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து அவங்களுக்கு, நீங்க இப்ப அந்த ஒரு பிக்சரே வந்து ரொம்ப அழகா இருந்தது. அது நீங்க சொன்னீங்கன்னா இன்ஷால்லா நல்லா இருக்கும். இன்ஷால்லா நாங்க டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்ல டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இன்ஷால்லா உங்களுக்கு சொல்றோம், கொஞ்சம் ஹெல்ப் பண்ணுங்க இன்ஷால்லா.
Sure sir. I'm doing it already. I'm going to colleges.
ஆன்லைனா உங்களுக்கு வர முடியல, ஆன்லைனா ஓகே தான் இன்ஷால்லா உங்களுக்கு.
No, I don't want online. Actually, when it comes to students, I always prefer coming to a college straight away, because I know very well students are not interested in online learning. I have been doing research.
Important. ஈவன் எங்க காலேஜ் கூட பாத்தீங்கன்னா, நம்ம காலேஜ்ல எல்லாருக்குமே ஃபேக்கல்டி எல்லாருமே படிங்கிறதா இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன் கொடுத்துட்டு வர்றாங்க. ஸோ ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்க்கு வந்து அது போய் ரீச் ஆகணும். அவன் சும்மா படினா படிக்க மாட்டாங்க, அந்த மாதிரி தான் இப்போ இருக்கு. அதனுடைய பெனிஃபிட் என்ன, நெட் அவுட்கம், அட்வான்டேஜ் இதெல்லாம் சொல்லும் போது நீங்க சொன்னீங்கன்னா இன்ஷால்லா நல்லா இருக்கும்.
Sure. So I'm going to see, in the last month still we covered almost 2,000 students. I went to Vailtech, where 500 students attended awareness session. Then they called us for workshops. So this I'm doing it already. Jamal Mohan College, 700 students attended. The whole college, all first years, 700 students attended. Again, they got interested in some other courses. And then we went to different Alagappa University.
Students at a time you are telling?
Yes.
Oh, such a big then audience. I mean, when you same auditorium you were given.
It's the same auditorium. Jamal Mohan College had a very big auditorium.
Okay.
So all 700 students attended from there. Also in Vailtech, 500 students totally attended, but 250. I had one session in the morning, other session in the afternoon. So 500 students, all 500 first year students attended.
Okay.
So we give this awareness. Once we give this awareness, as a teacher, we won't have any problem. The only thing is they're not knowing what is available, what is outside. They don't know the outside world. Once we make it clear, they'll be ready to learn anything, and that's why we are signing up MOAs to different colleges. We go to all colleges, sign MOAs. We give them a plan. Actually, we give them like a curriculum. What have to be done with what? First years, what should they learn? Second years, what should they learn? So this way, and that also we don't give our own plan. We discuss with students as well as teachers, and then we will give a plan. What should be happening with what? Okay. Yes. Feedback link is above. I sent it already on top. There's a forms link. Can you see? There's a forms link. I sent just now. You see, this is what happens with students. See, you see this thing? See what they say. See, once one guy said, say, I wanted to be computer science, but I took CEC. But with the session, I got my confidence back and I was able to do things. And another guy said, sir, thanks for the session. I want to become an entrepreneur. So basically, it's all about how students are, I mean, what to say, preparing themselves. And for that, we have to keep giving them awareness. I'm ready to do it all that always. So if you want us to come to your college, we can arrange in a seminar hall or a auditorium hall. We can collect all the students also, no issues. I'll come and take session and we can start with that, inshallah.
Okay, inshallah. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Others, anything else you want to say? Other teachers, even other states also. It's not like we won't come. We'll come, inshallah. We have been to Bangalore, we have been to Andhra, we have been to VIT Amaravati. So,
hi sir, Parvez here. I'm requesting you to, can you please conduct here in Vaniambadi, Tirupati district, Islamia Boys College is there, where around 2,500 students is there, in which we can take a session for computer science background student.
Okay, sir.
It can be very great helpful.
Sure, sir. What you can do, this is my phone number. Can you please, you can send a WhatsApp message to this number. I will contact you, inshallah. Then we can decide on a date, and then I will come there.
Okay. Thank you.
So those who want us to come to your college and give an awareness session to your students, you can WhatsApp me. Okay, I will come to your college and we can plan something. Even if you want FDP programs also, you can tell me. As I told you, we are doing FDP programs. We want to empower all colleges by empowering teachers as well as students. Okay, it has to happen simultaneously. So that's why we have special program for empowerment teachers, also students. So you can always tell me what you want us.
Sir, can you please share your mobile number?
Yeah, I sent in chat box now. 98846. I'll just give my name also. Yeah. Also, we are always intended to make things simpler. As you can see, the session was easier. Was it good? It was easy to understand the concept, right? So that's what we always tend to. It's not like we don't teach difficult concepts. Don't show the students the difficulty. We should show them how easy it is to learn things. So in that format, we always teach things, and that's how students come to us. So we'll follow the same format always. Okay, so I hope that's it, and I will also share my LinkedIn profile. You can connect with me in LinkedIn, so that way we can see what I'm sharing and all that. And I sent in chat box my LinkedIn profile. Connect with me. So shall we wind up? Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. That too on a Sunday. You have been very responsive. So thanks for that. So I'll give the plan in the same group, the same WhatsApp group. I'll give you the plan for next sessions. Maybe we'll try to have regularly, and maybe after New Year we'll have something. So be in touch. Thanks, Sunshine. Thanks all. Also, please send your feedback in the group also, because other teachers will also know. So please, I request you to give your feedback on today's session in the group we had, faculty empowerment group. Okay. I hope
Thank you,
you're
sir.
there.
Thank you all. Bye.
Bye-bye. Take care.